Yo, welcome back. My name is Zone here with I Got Fame. I Got Fame. What's up, man?
What it do? What it do, everybody? It's good to be back.
Yo, so we had you on last. We got an update. We got Baby King. He dropped another.
That's right. Booman 2, right?
Booman 2.
Booman
Yeah,
2.
let me see. Let's pull this up here. I have not seen it, so this is the first time reaction. Hopefully, I don't know. We shared the link? Yeah, we shared the link. All right, let me see. Pull this up. Share this. Let me know if you can't hear it, because I know sometimes the audio. Yeah, we got something special for you guys planned today for you and travelers out there. If you guys are joining us, make sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, let's do it. All right, this is Booman episode, and let's get into it.
My name is Booman, and today is my 21st birthday. Hopefully, I'm about to go out to the and this Booman. Okay, Booman, say how old are you? You two speak? You two? Yeah. And it's your birthday? Yes. This is very smart. I love him. Pictures too because the camera.
That's the auntie?
That is the auntie, yeah.
Okay.
You can see the dichotomy in their relationship already. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Recorder says it all, and also picture says it all. Where my keys at, babe? All right, bye, Booman. I can't go sit down. She got the
Go sit. Yeah, all right.
He didn't want to leave.
Yeah, it sounds like familiar.
The family moves to Vegas once my grandmother passed. Janet's just like, know what? I hear Vegas is cheap. Let's go ahead and move to Las Vegas. Vegas was 10 times better than California. I can tell you that as far as financial.
That's crazy. Because Vegas is bad.
Yeah, Vegas is bad, but so when I heard her talking about this is what like around that time, and I even at that time I was like a junior and senior, and I'm like, man, it's expensive out here in the Bay. I want to move out to Vegas. And all my friends were talking about like, let's go to Vegas. It's cheap over there. It's like it's not developed yet. They got a bunch of affordable. Let's just go out there. And that was the plan. We were going to move to Vegas, but it just didn't happen. And
Vegas. Yeah, I think that's why I do remember there's a lot of people would move to Vegas because it was cheap. But yeah, it's now I think it's kind of. I hear it's bad.
Yeah, now it's because of more people. Now the violence has increased even. So it's not. I feel like we're becoming more gentrified on the West Coast as far as like Oakland goes, and so I feel like it's the violence over there is going up a little bit, and we're kind of stagnant at the same level.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Not being afraid of like the neighbors, not being afraid of letting Hakeem be outside to play.
He had to be like, he was little. He had to be
Hakeem,
like 4 or 5.
Yeah, he was like 4 or 5. Yeah. When we stayed, because we moved over here when he was like 2.
Yeah.
His mother Janet stayed over in the next apartment complex.
Yeah.
But he was always with us. So it was my mother, her boyfriend at the time, my brother, and myself, and then Bae. You stayed right here.
That's right. He had a little girlfriend.
Kim's Auntie Bae. That's another
aunties. Yeah, aunties. Aunties were. You had a lot of aunties. If you were around the neighborhood, you had the auntie down the street. Not necessarily related, but they're an auntie.
Oh, okay. So she's.
I don't think so, because that word.
Like, yeah, it doesn't say aunt. Yeah. Okay.
Right up here. That little girl used to stay around. She used to knock on the door. What you doing?
I'm like, I got an auntie right here and an auntie over there. So I used to be like 4 years old going all the way around the big. So I was just that kid that just like always just like running around ever since. And then there's these girls. She's like my girlfriend. I had a couple girlfriends like 4 years old. It was just this family. It was just a bunch of girls. And I used to just go over there all the time. And I guess the dad was never home. So what happened? Like the dude did some foul shit, got home. Like 3 of the siblings. Shit like that would happen. It was weird shit in Vegas.
I don't think anything like that. Like walked into a crime scene. I walked by crime scenes.
Yeah.
My name is. I grew up in Las Vegas. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Hakeem, that's my brother. When I came here from Hurricane Katrina in 2005. So I was a kid, but I was, of course, I looked at Vegas the same way everyone else looked at Vegas. I thought it was, it was nice and sweet, but it's like it's not glamorous out here.
I just seen like weird, grimy shit. Like I seen prostitution.
It's everything. Homeless people, prostitutes, the gang banging is at an all-time high. The murders, the robbings, the killings. It's just the city of sin for sure.
Streets filled with diseases and things.
Okay, so are they revisiting? Or is that what's happening? Are they like revisiting? Because I kind of gauged that's what was happening on the first one. But I don't know. Is that happening? Are you seeing that with this? I don't.
Yeah, I feel like it's a continuation from the first, but now they're giving you this story because that first episode, basically them moving from like Chicago, Long Beach, cementing their roots in Long Beach area. But this, from what I'm seeing already, it's now this is a story of why they had to go to Vegas, where Keem's actual where his childhood, where he was growing up is. So I think this is the pathway to casino, and so I think this is where this is the video, man, is going to lead us to that. I think to that casino album.
Features.
Hey, Bobby, oh my God, you want to have a good time?
This is the song. This is the song he leaked.
Yeah.
He said buy up her body. So this is the song.
Yeah. I'm catching it.
I know they drum like I'm from a goddamn way. My doggy check got your flight out of midway. I might just get up with y'all mañana. Whatever you heard of that night is just his head. Get homie, say niggas is buns. Whatever you're doing, that shit is not giving. Up on all the way that she moving is just unforgiving. Let's get it. Shake. Right by the woods, I grew up casino my parents. I tell Diana my secrets. That's really my twin. Like I look in the mirror. You just have day right, but it's an incredible feeling.
What's always every night? We are 5 minutes all night. Everything's on the ground. Bitch, I ain't never drunk. Man, this bitch, I don't know what the fuck she talking about. She be out here. I'm not never.
You like Vegas? Your birthday. Cameras on me now.
I mean, we
Hold on like this. Look round. I'll give you shit. Yo.
Girl, she asked me to go to the store, but she just don't know I don't have no life. Nah, fuck her. She real drunk, y'all. Nasty, I'm fucked up. I'm not fucked up. Ooh la la, ooh la la, hey, y'all going to the store? Hey, come here.
Is that the auntie?
That's not the auntie. That's the auntie's friend. It's basically her friends that she came to party with.
See what I mean? It's how people have a nigga coming out their pocket. Yeah. I'm like, hell, you can say your motherfucking woman. Fuck him and his woman.
I run away. Let me get it again. I like that lyric. I run away on Mother's Day. I ran away. I feared away.
When we started feeling like we have to take care of Hakeem was when he was about like 2 though. It's not that Janice did not want to have a kid. It was more so that during the time when she was pregnant, she was having complication with her Hakeem's dad. So then she would like go in and out of like, and then it was her first, so it's not that she didn't want to have him. It was just complicated.
Just loop the first half. No.
I run away on Mother's Day. So cold and I don't feel love.
My love is straight. I feel so long away. So much, no way. So far away. So far away.
So cold when you push when you can't even love. So cold. Run, go.
How about you, I see a lady? Lady? I don't see a lady.
Janice,
Yeah, my dog.
you want to go for a walk with me? Look at me.
When I come to Vegas, I'm the older cousin. So Vegas, I'm in LA. Vegas, like, you don't take that stretch unless you finna party or do some shit. So I ain't really come out to Vegas like that. But each and every time I did, Hakeem came through to see me, and he was always looking up to me, and he was always thriving to be something. And I seen that in him, you know what I'm saying, early. You know what I'm saying? I heard that pain and what he been through with his You know what I'm saying? Being a kid, you know what I'm saying? Being an older brother, I felt all when I was talking to Dre in the van, like I said, man, King I seen it. Like I was like, he gonna blow. That hip hop saved lives.
Oh, he got Luda. Oh no. Oh, we gonna get that.
That's crazy. That's crazy that he says hip hop saves lives. It sounds cliche, man, but it is a fact, man.
It's true, and it's two sides to three sides to every story. It's true and it's false, But in the context of this right here, it's true, And I think way too often we don't acknowledge that life is multifaceted,
Yeah, I mean the glamorization of hip hop takes you to places where it may risk your life, but to have aspirations to highlight your greatness and your artistry, and then to take it to these heights that are unimaginable to some people. And
yeah, that's powerful. Yeah, damn. Even the lowest vibrations can be felt.
Facts. Yeah, Good Company has worked on a few projects. They worked on, because they're let me look this up. I don't want to get it wrong, but Good Company, I know they put on different type of, they've curated different. That's not to be confused with different company.
Different guy. Yeah. But Alexandre
Moore's,
the Gavin.
Yeah.
Gavin, yeah.
That's Aunt right there. That's Aunt Connie right there.
What happened to this? Is Aunt Connie? PG Lane, Every Times. Okay. Hakeem Carter. Okay. Cornell Brown.
Look at that, man. It's like a family affair right there. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
The production company says Eerie Times and PG Lang. So here's how it shows you how unselfish how selfless Kendrick is, in that he's not only highlighting his own company, but he's highlighting the future company of Baby Keem. So Kendrick is basically at the head of, Kendrick and Dave Free are at the head of PG Lang. This is setting up Eerie Times and Baby Keem being his future company. So you got TD, you got PG Lang, you got Eerie Times, and these are companies that were a product Top Dog, not only Top Dog himself, but of all that the crew that started Black, right? Schoolboy, The Rock, Kendrick. This is a product of that.
See, that's how it should be. I mean, I remember where producers, DJs were just as acknowledged as the artists. Right. I don't know what happened. It was streaming, all that off, but it seems like we're all like, now there's such hyper focus on the artist itself as a side, their talent or the people behind that, even if you can have all the talent in the world, if you don't have the outlet to display talent, or showcase or use that talent, it's not gonna matter.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I mean, even like with producers, you got producers like Hit Boy come out, becoming more mainstream just now, but he's worked on a lot of different type of level, and I'm glad that this is coming around full circle again, and maybe we could dive into another cycle. But yeah, I think stuff like this, they're recreating the blueprint, and I could only appreciate that, for what I'm seeing here. Do you have any thoughts on this video specifically?
So before I go on to that, I just want to emphasize this is generational wealth. We talk about generational wealth being monetary. I get it. The money comes with where they're going, but they're setting up production companies for this. Is true generational wealth, using creativity to that, the revenue. So
I love that. Yeah, no, that's excellent. Yeah, this is generational wealth. This is how you do it.
And I'm happy because we're never going to see. There's no way that you can possibly see these. They have a production company. They have music, Like this makes me so happy.
I don't even think I could fully display just the level of impact that PG Lane is just setting the bar. I think I was a Curtis King TV stream the other day, and he was doing a step by or exactly what PG Lane is actually doing. That's than most companies.
No, most definitely.
You know, and yeah. So this is a beautiful example, and they're showing you how to do it.
Yeah, and one thing about the videos that I'm noticing, I think I saw Jalopy Bungus, right? If you're not familiar with him, he has a channel. He has a lot of theories that he uses, a lot of data that he collects, and a lot of those theories come out to be kind of true. Most of them are just. He was talking about that he's a little bummed we didn't get the traditional rollout with. I had reached out to him and I said, no, this is the rollout.
Yeah.
This is the norm of what a rollout is, and it's doing it. Like, listen, if we listen to both documentaries, and we're noticing that there's music within those documentaries. There's music. We know that the music that's inside these documentaries are from the album. These are the single. They're not being released traditionally, but there's so much hype around songs that we hear in the documentaries that I'm like, I want to listen to that song that Kendrick and Baby Keem on that first documentary. And now I like the sample. The film here started with the sample right after she leaves the apartment, the door closes, goes to black, the sample drops. That's another song we're getting. Like, these are songs we're getting, except for obviously Ludacris at the end. But these are songs that we're gonna get in the actual album, and I'm excited. I'm like, all right, now I want to really listen to the album, like, even more.
Yeah, it's giving me like, instead of dropping a song, yeah. But I mean, yeah, we're getting the song and more, which I think it's not just. I feel like back in the day we had things like snippets of, whether that was your mom or your dad, like on the like Good Kid, Mad. That was very reminiscent of the days where you passed, CDs on the, and that would basically give insight into life. It would give added context into music. Right. I think people forget they're so they're so bent around the idea that they have to create, the song. Right. But they're not trying to, like, personally, what I'm looking for is a piece of art that reflects you, right? In the form of music, in the form of beats and production, right? And a story, right? I think is often forgotten. That's why we liked Lil Wayne. That's why we really liked Lil Wayne when he was, a teenager, in his first couple albums, mixtapes, because that's what we were getting. We were getting his story.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that I love about this is that, so there's multiple things going on here. Is one of them is that they're painting the picture. They're painting the picture of what the content of the album is probably going to contain. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be definitely in the, and we already have insider knowledge of what the information in the album is going to give us by looking at these two documentaries. Now we have a better insight on Baby Keem's life.
Are you feeling like you have a better idea? What in particular are you feeling based off of these few videos that you picked up from these documentaries that you're like, you may not have? Yeah.
Here's the thing. We didn't have this intimate knowledge of who Baby Keem was. And a lot of people assumed he was Kendrick's, because I've heard this, Kendrick's spoiled. He didn't grow up. He doesn't know the struggle. But look, we're seeing it. There's struggle here, pain. There's a lot of things here that can make up one individual being that has such creativity and has substance into what he's going to talk about. We might not have heard it we might not have heard how deep Baby Keem was in his first album, Melodic Blue, but I think that was a setup. That was a layup. That first album. That's like, oh, look here, I'm gonna give you this is I'm gonna put in some medicine into the brownie, so to say, but I'm not going to give you a lot. I want you to just get to know me a little bit on the surface level. And this next album is like, no, this is me now. Like now you get to see what hurt, what's made me hurt, what I love, like all the pleasure and pain that you get from a human being is where I think we're going to get it in this album. Another thing that this album does, or this rollout does, is that we're not getting singles fatigue.
Okay.
You know about the singles fatigue, right? The singles release on streaming and it releases a few weeks before the actual album does. And you're listening to those two singles, one or two singles
Back to back.
nonstop. And by the time the album drops, it's like, I'm tired of these two singles and I want to listen to the other. Now, all of the singles or all the albums going to get rotated and I'm going to listen to the whole album in its entirety. This formula is genius. I could be wrong, but I'm like looking at it and I'm like, man, this is different. Because now when the album drops, I'm listening to the whole album in its entirety. And I may have my favorites, but I'm going to listen to the album over and over again. And I'm not going to skip one because, well, I might skip one if I'm like, I don't really feel this one. But for the most part, I'm not going to have that singles fatigue. So
there's absolutely a recipe to this. And I think they're following the recipe without doing it by the book, right? Like you could make pancakes or chicken, by the book, add flour, or you could throw the flour in the oil, throw the seasoning on the chicken, throw the chicken in the oil.
Yeah.
That's a little different, right? But you're still right. You're getting a little something different, but you're still getting product. So I definitely feel like here they're not able to cutting edges, but they're also able to, or corners, they're also able to, the intent of what they want out, right? And they almost, I think they almost have revolutionized it a little bit.
Oh, definitely. And what I'm is that I'm not sure if they're experimenting or they're purposely repeating the formula. Ever since it's dropped, and I think Mr. Morale was kind of the TDE formula, and I think the new PG Lang formula is just like switching it up. And yeah, man, because they're not doing the same thing twice.
I'm not even gonna call this a conspiracy. I know for a fact when I was hanging out with family, in LA, I remember them going to theorizing how storyboard their stuff from point to point C, right? Point B. I remember them going through like, hey, this is, drop a little like this. Then we're gonna hit him with this, and we hit him with that. I wouldn't put it past PG Lane avoid storyboarding the work. I don't know if people hear when they hear storyboard. But what I hear when I hear storyboard is effort to paint story, right? To paint a story as to ad hocishly coming up with things, right?
Yeah.
Just because they're popping, trying to create, instead of trying to get a wave, they vibe. Right. And I think that's a little different.
I think we use the term organically too loosely. In that, we want things that organically, like, yeah, okay, we want things to sound and flow organically. Like Curtis King says it, like when you're rapping and when you're really rapping and you're in the booth, I don't want to hear it sound like you're reading. So what do? You learn and then it sounds organically, but there's nothing really organic about that except you intaking what you scripted out or what you wrote out. You still had to write it. You still had to plan it. Like you have to execute it.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think that people think? Because I feel like it's almost discouraged a little bit, especially on in a lot of new age Southern rappers. I feel like it's almost missing. When I'm talking specifically about you're young. I don't know if you like YB, a Southern rapper. I'm free. He's from, where's he from?
YB, where is he from?
see, is
he's from Louisiana. That's right.
Louisiana. Yeah.
I got a buddy that's from Louisiana, and he's always talking about, and he's older than I am. He's like 42, but he's like, man, that young boy, he's the next big. And I'm
I be saying the same thing. A lot of people like him, and I feel like it's because he's from Louisiana specifically. His music is all, but his music makes me feel. I've been drinking Kool-Aid for the last, what sugar.
Kool-Aid. It makes me feel like I'm drinking Kool-Aid, but it's mixed with something. Like I've been putting some like E&J in there or some.
Yes, there it is.
And I'm like,
mixed Kool-Aid.
I'm ready to crash out. Like,
yeah. And that's the perfect way to. I think that's the perfect way to frame it. Like you like it's like mixed Kool-Aid with like some like fucking what's some. Thinking of a drink right now, so it's a blue alcohol.
Hypnotic
with hypnotic in it. Hey, the lemonade, dog, dude. I feel like that.
Hypnotic and Hennessy. Remember?
Yeah, you don't mix those no more. Right? You don't. You shouldn't be mixing those.
I think one day I'll try it again. It's been. I'm an experiment here. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. A little hypnotic and Kool-Aid. That's how I be feeling exactly when I be listening to YB. I'm like, where's my fucking Hennessy? I get it. I get that. I mean, he has a story too if you listen, but
I'll have to really listen then.
That'll be I think it'll definitely be a more thorough deep dive from me because I can't just leave everyone with like, yeah, that's why I feel like this way about.
I feel you, man. That's a good point.
But yeah, I mean, so apparently Baby Keem has a listening party on the 19th.
On
here it is right here. Yeah.
Thursday at 8, I believe, 8 p.m. Pacific.
8 p.m. Pacific time.
There's a little bit of that video left. You want to finish it?
Oh yeah, let's finish. Let's do the video.
Yeah. And I feel like there's like a few seconds left, and I feel like the few seconds at the end are like really powerful.
Let me see. Let me check out. Okay, we're getting.
And the winner for the best afro at the Grammys.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. That smile, man.
That's dope. Is he foreshadowing? Is he foreshadowing a Grammy drop? He getting those Grammys?
He already has a Grammy.
I mean, getting more Grammys.
Yeah, and that was the irony here is that this video captures him as a young boy listening to Ludacris, and who was the artist that presented him with this first Grammy?
Was it Ludacris?
It was Ludacris.
You know what?
That's crazy, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that. That's dope. Wow.
So that smirk too. That smirk that's not staged. That's not AI.
Yeah, exactly. And that I think right there, that's like a breath of fresh air. With you could see everything in this documentary, and like it's not generated by AI. Like everything in there is family. You can see them aging. You can the progress. You can go back to the time of the city, and you can do comparison analysis.
Right.
Comparison analysis. Right. You can do that in real time.
Oh, yeah.
And none of it is generated, which is great. That's how it should be. Right. I mean, just bringing it back to the root of art, the foundation of real art, not generated art by technology. Right. And I got something else planned for something along the lines of that subject coming out soon, very soon. Okay. But I won't spoil anyone.
That's a touchy subject. AI? You're talking about AI?
It is. Oh, we can definitely get into that too.
That's a touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject, and I mean, but I found I have some ability to some of the concerns, understandings about it, and so that's in part. It's a little bit of what I do, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I do want to point out, because people have been asking me, and I'm like, what better time to break the news or what people keep asking me about. If you see behind me, I have this. I call it Booman's list. I put up specific names up. if you notice, we have Jake. Now, J. Cole was the first name that I crossed out.
Ooh.
I believe that Booman is stepping all over J. Cole's role, but this whole album that he released, it's definitely going to take away number. So whatever J. Cole has right now, the 250 of album sales, like great job. That's an accomplishment to have. It really,
Right.
but that's J. Cole can say goodbye to, because in the next few days, Baby Keem is going to take that. I crossed out another name recently, and that's Thug, because Young Thug opened his mouth, said that Baby Keem could not do this album that Young can do. Well, first week sales for Young Thug were what I think it was like 50K. Baby Keem has already, I don't know what the exact number is, but I think it's already broken pre-sale numbers for 50K. And it's almost probably doubled that in just pre-sales. So we can cross that name out. That Iceman album, I might have to cross that out soon because I don't think it's coming out, or at least not anytime soon. And that's thanks to Baby Keem. Because if he had, he's been on social media talking about like it's going to be a cold next few months. Watch out because Iceman's coming. No, it ain't, bro. If it does, you got to deal with Booman. So.
Yeah, it's not like I don't. He would have to also like compete. Like, and this is why I say like there are triple threats in this thing, right? Like Keem is like a triple threat, right? He's. I would say he's kind of doing what Kendrick is doing, but he's also producing, right? He's involved in his art, right? He's involved in the process of it. He's involved in the planning. Right? If you go back, I think I revisited some of Keem's early mixtapes, and I think they kind of about Methodic Blue. Mm-hmm. And I definitely think that it's like that intentionally, you know. So I could definitely see that. Yeah, he's stepping on Cole. He already kind of did that with the rollout, even though he sold out everything. What, in like the first like 72 hours? We didn't even talk about that.
Exactly. I did the Cash App, like, because I have a Cash App card, and I'm like, and if you have a Cash App card, you can be first in line to kind of get your tickets. Mm. And so when I went in there, it was already like almost sold out in Oakland. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be at the front of the line and they're almost sold out. So I ended up getting what I could get. So I got 2 tickets. I'm going to take and we're going to have a good.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. I picked up a few as well. And I was like, I didn't even know that it was going to sell out that fast. So I was like, well, let's see what he does.
I had a feeling because when you have a 5-year hiatus, this is that 5-year hiatus. Come on, that's the Kendrick formula.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Right? So he took a little bit of he paid a little bit of homage to Kendrick in saying, I'm gonna take my time, cuz I'm gonna wait, take my time. We're gonna do this right. And after you have your year, and that's why that knockout blow when he had his hand wrapped at the Grammys and he's like that prize fighter. Remember, people are like, oh, what happened to his hand? Nah, that was his knockout blow. He's gracefully bowing out for. And his cousin got tagged in now. It's his cousin.
Okay.
Like the next few is going to be PG, TDE, Erie Times.
Yeah, like, they're taking over.
They're taking over for the next few years. Like,
damn, yeah. Oof. And I didn't even think I mentioned with this right here. Let me see if I pull it up. Yeah. Even the listening party is out.
I like that too.
Yeah. Hold on. Did it show here? I can see briefly, but I know they're like briefly tickets, and let me see if I put in casino. Let me see. I thought I saw that it's sold now. I saw it somewhere. If I'll publish it if I can't find it throughout this video. But yeah, that's what I heard as well. So it's gonna be, yeah, I could see Young Thug, I don't think I was quite there for the Young Thug when he stepped on Young Thug, but you have a video dedicated to explaining that, right?
I don't have one, but I remember what the other day I'm like going down X and I'm looking at these like interviews that Young Thug was having, and he had talked about Baby Keem and how he can't do numbers like I can do numbers. And then so when I obviously a lot of us didn't know Baby Keem was going to come out, and we just went through the whole Young Thug album where it flopped, right?
Right.
And for a Young Thug, I mean, 50K is not bad for an indie, but this is not an indie artist. This is Young Thug with the backing of a major label
of the industry.
Exactly. Yeah. And you did 50K first year. You're talking shit about Baby Keem, but then
his
Baby
career
Keem's,
is basically over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really should. I really want to do my thoughts and reviews on Young Thug, but I think it would be a more enjoyable if I were to just give my on the effects of the album. I think the audience would enjoy that more.
Oh, definitely. Because at this point, giving a review, you might as well cue that Simpsons where he's already dead.
He's already dead.